Man, shit keep happening. This with
The secrets of...
level up.
Sorry, I just need to adjust the headpiece a little.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! To convey in a few simple words.
What are we doing?
Oh, but why must the listener grow weary whenever I begin to divulge them?
Then we swim with the fishes.
This is...
Oh, I can feel the wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
How do we look?
Huh? She asked them just like that?
You look pretty too, Ganyu! Oh, how should Paimon put it? You both look so elegant and refined. Those outfits really suit you both.
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor in all of Liyue, one would expect nothing less.
The best
What colors have you been partial to
dance.
lately, Shenhe and Ganyu?
Lately? Why is Cloud Retainer suddenly asking about what colors we like?
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited one's own tastes.
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable, yes?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer, for this gift. And the kite, too.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Master.
the kite. Did we ever finish
One
it?
is content, as long as you are pleased with the gift. One hopes these garments will see much use.
Seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just getting better and better, Xianyun. This golden crab's particularly good. The shell's deliciously crunchy, and the meat inside is so succulent and sweet. Paimon can't stop eating. It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Shuyu. One was hoping to treat him to a meal. Oh well, one will just have to extend one's thanks in person.
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you, Cloud Retainer.
One has high standards. He appears to be a young man of much merit, and one is not the type who would see such potential squandered.
It appears that he wishes to break free from the kite string that tethers him.
Kite string? Huh, what strange metaphors you speak in, Shenhe. Ever since you returned from one mean restaurant, your turns of phrase render one at quite the loss.
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you know about the conflict between Gaming and his dad, Xinyan?
One has only heard that the two are not on good terms.
He ran away from home and hasn't been back since.
Oh?
Ran away, you say? Oh. One believes we would all benefit from a more thorough retelling. Start from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
Paimon just hopes he won't mind.
He told us not to tell anyone, didn't he?
What?
Paimon, you savage.
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must make haste.
Say what?
As one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, one could not help but be reminded of Menogias. He possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for fabric selection and color pairing, but also for what accessories could best accentuate a garment's overall styling. At a gathering of Adepti, Bonanis once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Menogias made for her was too long and impractical, lamenting that it would only hinder her in battle. However, when one asked Menogias his opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adeptal countenance by exemplifying a certain elegance. Menogias was that type of person. When it came to topics relating to garments and accessories, not even Rex Lapis could best his stubbornness. And later... one seems to have strayed off topic. One means to say that Lantern Rite should be a day of reunion. It is a time to address problems before they turn into regrets. Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any of us without design or reason. If there is a chance for young people to remain insulated from this reality, one should do one's utmost to make it so.
That's nice and all, but...
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps adeptal arts could be of use. No. Mechanics, perhaps. One fails to see its use in a situation such as this.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Combining our efforts is a fine idea indeed. Aha! One has an idea. How about this? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep. Oh,
You know, I
Paimon
could have a
really
full
hopes
team
this
of these
works.
adaptive things.
One's designs never fail. Now then, I counsel rest for all, and to make the necessary preparations. One shall see you in 2 days.
Mail. What do you mean 3 out of 5? When do we get 4 out of 5? Alright. Wait until what time? 8 to 12. Suffering.
It's time to carry out the plan!
Bing bang boozle. Bing bang boom, bada boom, za, boom, 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 bada bing bang, bada bing, bing, bada bing, bang, bada bing,
Let's go find
bada
Gamin!
bing,
Hope everything
bada
goes well.
bing, bada bing, bing, bada bing, 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 bada bing. Yeah, boy. I mean,
Yeah. Got her.
of course.
Hi, Gamin! Paimon sees you've certainly gotten an early start this morning.
Yeah.
Playing games already, are we? Who won this time? You the one buying dim sum again?
Hey, when you put it like that, it makes it sound like I'm always the one losing.
Ah, perfect, you're all here. There's an important commission I need your help with.
Alright, I've got the time. Where are the goods?
It's not just goods this time. I need you to escort a tea merchant and their wares from Chaoying Village to Liyue Harbor. A very important client has requested to meet with him.
Sure. What's this merchant's address?
Here.
If the client's that important, then this must be a very crucial, very pressing commission, right?
Of course, the sooner you complete it, the better. I would advise you to depart as soon as possible.
Alright, don't work too hard now, Longjo. We'll set off then.
Is that gonna look like some NPC type dude, or are they gonna give him a bit of a unique spin? Hopefully a unique spin. Oh, hey Nyan, here's an opportunity to grab a thing.
You're a bit quiet today, Gamin. Oh, do you want Paimon to tell a story?
We're almost there. I'll take a rain check on that.
Ah. Free teleporter. That we free teleport to the teleporter. That we don't yet have, and now we do. Where am I even going? Gaming watch, where's your pops? Oh,
Ah, what trinkets have we here? Present them for one's perusal.
damn it. We don't have the smoothness of wuthering waves.
Hello, you must be
That's
the
how
tea
you do
merchant
it.
heading to Liyue Harbor. We're here to escort you.
Dad?
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, so you're Gamin's father. It's nice to meet you.
Nope.
Just leave this delivery to him.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Trust Paimon, he's got this in the bag. Gaming is super good at what he does. Everyone at the Secure Transport Agency says as much. Even the Ministry of Civil Affairs has nothing but good things to say about him.
Seems like you've made some sort of name for yourself at least.
The goods are all in order?
Yes, they're all here.
Then let's get going.
A very important client has asked for you by name. You kinda have to come with us. Paimon doesn't know how we would explain ourselves if you just didn't show up. Plus, you'd be missing out on a huge money-making opportunity.
I see. I suppose I will have to trouble you all to escort me, then. Let's go.
Where's the package? I am the and the almighty Muso no Hito. Please deliver as well safely. Yippee-ki-yay! Yippee-ki-yay, tak-tak! Was that so? Whee! Whee! Whee!
We've been walking for so long.
We got
Is anyone
duped?
tired? How about we stop and rest for a bit?
Tired? What's tired?
I'm fine.
To look up a dictionary for this.
Gaming,
That's a
don't you
dictionary.
usually have some delicious snacks on you? Come on, bring them out so we can share them.
I'm fine. Thank you.
Paimon, shut face.
The winter melon cake he gave us last time was so delicious. Have you ever tried it before, Mr. Ip?
Paimon,
Shut face. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah! Skyward!
Oh. You wish.
Yeah! Skyward!
Oh no, I didn't get the lizard. Damn it. And wuthering, you
this
can
place
also
looks
kill
nice and
lizards.
open. Why don't you all rest here for a second?
Huh? What about you? You're not going to join us?
I'm not tired. I'll keep watch.
Oh, but
I'm not tired, just hangry.
Just let him go.
okay, we'll just share amongst ourselves then. Did you know, Uncle Ip, that the flavor of these cakes changes depending on...
Halt! Who goes there?
It appears that one's movements were overly conspicuous.
Enough of your musings. Focus. Focus on the matter at hand.
What?
Present your exquisite ornaments at once.
Indeed, bring them forth readily and without protest.
Ah! What do we do?
It seems as if these two are acting alone. It won't be difficult to subdue them, but they might have something else waiting in store for Dad. The best way to keep him safe is... Leave this to me. I'll handle them. Traveler, Paimon, take my dad and the goods away from here.
No, Gaming. It's too dangerous.
This is what I do.
A thorny foe indeed. Let us depart and seek a target softer in blows and disposition.
Don't think I'm gonna let you off so easily.
Away! Let us away!
Gaming!
Don't worry, he's a great fighter. Paimon's even seen him take down a dozen or so treasure hoarders all by himself.
But, Gaming, If he had just stayed by my side and learned the family trade, he wouldn't have to put himself in such dangerous situations.
We just
We
have
get
to
the wood.
trust him. Let's go on ahead. We'd best get away from here. In
He
case there
just
are
live
other
by his
bandits
rules,
in the
man.
area
That's
waiting
also
in
admirable.
ambush.
All is going to plan.
Okay, we should be good to stop here. Xiangli? Oh no, what is he doing here?
Good sir, please, listen to me. Reel in your line and leave this place as quickly as you can. There are bandits in the area.
Bandits? Acting in broad daylight? Oh. Ah, I see. It appears many people are catching a chill as of late. If your throat is bothering you, Paimon, perhaps some tea and rest are in order.
Nope, no need, no need. Paimon's fine. She just, had some cake stuck in her throat.
If there are indeed bandits in the area, then we should inform the Millelith at once. Oh? Well, if that's the case, such matters are best left to those with the necessary expertise, wouldn't you agree?
I suppose you're right. If ordinary people like us got involved, we would only cause more trouble.
Since we find ourselves otherwise unoccupied in this beautiful area, why don't we find a quiet place to relax while we wait for good news?
That would be lovely.
Zhangli.
So, Uncle Ip does have a reason to be worried. After all, Gaming, the guard we mentioned, is his son.
Gaming. The name sounds somewhat familiar. Ah, yes. That is the name of the Wusho dancer who has been performing around Liyue Harbor recently, is it not?
Wusho, not Wusho?
Oh, have you seen him perform?
Indeed. I cannot help but admire his skill. He truly encapsulates the spirit of the Suani. Wusho dancing has become more well known in Liyue Harbor recently. However, although performers are seeing budding success, they have no doubt had to face many hurdles along the way. Ones not so easily understood by spectators such as ourselves. If you ask me, what truly deserves admiration is perseverance in the face of adversity. That is a rare attribute indeed. I have heard many of my acquaintances praise Gaming for his kind, selfless, and courageous disposition. To have a child so accomplished and upright, you must be a very proud parent indeed, Uncle Ip.
Uncle.
Seems like Xiangli has decided to skip the formalities.
What?
Well, he's a hard worker. Yes.
You should be sure to tell him you think that when he gets back.
Your son is young yet. It's normal for someone his age to be a bit hot-headed. It's understandable to find talking about such things in person difficult. If there's a particular sentiment you wish to convey, perhaps we could pass it along for you.
No. It wouldn't be right to ask that of you.
Oh, wait a minute. Did Glad put him here on purpose?
Has festered for many years now. In truth, there are some
I'm
things
dying.
that simply aren't easy for us to talk through. I've been in the tea business for most of my life, and I always hoped my child would do the same. Otherwise, how would he support himself? Over the past few years, I heard how well he was doing for himself as a guard. how his work was taking him to farther and farther off places. I also heard that he never gave up on wushou dancing. It made me happy. But I was also worried. When you're young, you can handle all that physically taxing work and manual labor. What young person isn't capable of making a living that way? My concern is what happens when you get old. Every time I get to thinking like that, I cannot help but be reinforced in the belief that I was right. That I was right not to give in. I often regret introducing him to wushou dancing as a kid. If I had known how things would turn out,
Maybe we'll just do something else if we
I
cannot
would have
dance.
never taken him to see
That's
those
not an
performances
excuse.
in the first place.
It is only natural for a parent to strive to send their child down the right path. No one would begrudge you that sentiment, Uncle Ip. You need not worry.
You seem quite young, Mr. Zhongli. Yet you speak with such wisdom. Perhaps I have misjudged your age.
Your words are too kind. Truth be told, one of my old friends has several grown daughters. Rather than fretting about their future, however, she
Talking about...
prefers to let them find their own way.
Yep, Cloud Retainer.
She's more easygoing than I could ever be. I fear I lack such an open mind. I meant to say earlier, there is no need to be so polite. Feel free to call me by my name, Ipdak.
Sure.
What? Why? What's with that zoom in?
Do you also think I fret too much, Mr. Zhongli?
Absolutely.
That's not exactly what I was hoping to convey. Only a fool would ask a parent not to worry about their child. But think of it this way. Raising a child is not unlike flying a kite. Hold the string too tight, and it can no longer soar. As my friend once said, if your children are aiming for the stars, clipping their wings will only cause them to come crashing down. You need to let out the line for a kite to soar.
It seems I was too stuck in my ways.
You need not reproach your heart for caring. You simply need to loosen your hold a little. Indeed, with such a big heart, why not allocate the time you usually spend worrying about Gaming to the pursuit of other things, like going for a stroll, drinking tea, or taking in the scenery? You never know what surprises could be in store. Things can change in the blink of an eye.
The blink of an eye, you say? Do things change so quickly?
Children grow up in quite the same way, do they not? Day after day, year after year, sometimes in the blink of an eye, but always when you least expect it. As a father, I'm sure you know that best.
Yes, you can say that again. 1 second Gaming was a kid, the next thing I knew, he was ready to fly the nest.
Zhongli certainly has a way with words. Oh, Gaming is back! Hey, Gaming, we're over here!
Dad, Traveler, Paimon. Good, you're all here. Oh, and Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? You're here too?
A fated meeting indeed. We were just enjoying some pleasant conversation.
Is everything resolved?
Well, you could say that.
What does that mean?
Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I need to talk to you.
Huh? Oh, okay.
I'll come right out and say it. Those two bandits, you sent them, didn't you?
So, that's how we're starting off?
Can't look me in the eye, huh? Guess I'm right then.
Okay, but how did you know?
At first, their mannerisms seemed a bit stilted. But once I got close, it was obvious that they possessed great skills. I was right on their tail, and it should have taken only a few steps to catch up to them, yet somehow I was never able to close that distance. People with that level of skill would have gone about things differently from the start, like sneaking up on us while we were distracted. Unless, of course, their real motive was to lure me away from the group all along.
Wow, you're pretty quick on the uptake.
I just have a lot of experience. I've dealt with many a ruthless bandit in my time, but I've never seen ones like them. In the end, I told them they would make good guards if they ever wanted to get back on the straight and narrow, and that they could hang out with me in Liyue Harbor anytime.
You ever consider you might be a little too good at making friends?
I'm guessing you guys were trying to help resolve things between my dad and me?
Yep.
I appreciate it, I really do. But this conflict between us has been going on for a long time. Even if those two were real bandits, and I was able to subdue them and show them what I was capable of, it wouldn't change anything. You've seen the way he talks to me.
It's not like that at all! Your dad really cares about you. You should see the way he talks about you when you're not around. Zhongli was talking things through with him, and he nearly agreed to let it go. You don't believe us?
He won't let it go. He can say as much as he wants to other people, but he won't talk to me. I'm certain of it.
You told us you wanted to prove yourself to your dad. Why don't you tell him about all the hard work you've done these past few years?
Will that even do anything? I'm not sure talking is enough.
You won't know unless you try. Just like how you won't know if something is delicious unless you taste it. Listen to us. It's time to put these people skills to good use. You can make friends with anyone, so why not your dad?
I'll do my best.
You are very knowledgeable, Mr. Zhongli. I'm impressed. Despite my being in the tea industry for several decades, it seems I still have much to learn about the art of tea tasting.
You flatter me. It was nothing but a few humble musings.
How much tea have you drank since we've been gone?
Ipdak and I have found many a common interest. Our friendship, much like a cup of tea, seems to grow stronger the longer it has to steep.
Well said, Mr. Zhongli. Gaming, Mr. Zhongli is very knowledgeable. You should take the opportunity to learn from people like him when you're in the city.
Huh? Oh, of course.
Ahem. Zhongli?
I have very much enjoyed our conversation, Ipdak, but I, unfortunately, have some unfinished funeral parlor business to attend to.
Oh, I hope I didn't keep you. My apologies for taking up so much of your time, Mr. Zhongli. No need to stay on my account. When you're less busy, let's find a time to meet. I'll treat you to dim sum.
It would be an honor.
Yeah, treat him to some dim.
We'll see you off, Zhongli. You two have a nice chat, alright?
Peace prevails throughout the land, and all things are made new, as buds in the spring. This is an auspicious era for humanity.
Thanks for helping us talk things through with Uncle Ip. Good thing you were able to pick up on what we were putting down.
I have been around the both of you for some time now. You could say I have a certain level of expertise in that regard. As for my role in the conversation, think nothing of it. I hardly did anything noteworthy.
You never change, do you? Why did you have us walk all this way? Paimon thought we just had to go far enough to be out of earshot.
A friend approaches.
Hello.
Xiao, you're here too?
I've been here the whole time. A ghostly kite. Could that elusive Director Hu be coming to Wangshu Inn once again? What is she doing here? I suppose it matters not. Given her relationship with Rex, well, Zhongli, I might as well go pay my respects. It's you. I thought you were Director Hu.
Ah, your arrival is most fortuitous. Do you want to try out this new gadget? The addition of the power source makes the takeoff more stable. It's just that...
He seems quite immersed in the study of this device.
I fear it's almost too stable. It completely negates the pleasure of seeing one's kite sway with the wind. It's a bit of a shame. In truth, I'm here because Director Hu dispatched me to purchase some items in preparation for Lantern Rite.
I see. Much like she does every year. Much like she'll do next year, I would imagine.
Director Hu is Director Hu Tao?
Or has she once again sent you out to buy, what is it, sesame oil or something?
While we're on the subject, I do wonder why she is so obsessed with using sesame oil in the preparation of mixed vegetable dishes for Lantern Rite. A recommendation from Xiangling, perhaps. What do you think, Xiao?
I've only met Director Hu a few times. I'm hardly the best person to ask.
Ah, and is that not a sign that you should visit Wangsheng Funeral Parlor more often? It wouldn't hurt to grace the parlor with your presence now and again, when you are otherwise unoccupied. This one here is a traditional kite, one without any equipped mechanical device. Director Hu tasked me with studying the differences between the two to determine which one is of greater merit. Many hands make light work. Perhaps you could test out the other kite for me?
All right. I have made my comparisons. If speed is what you're after, the mechanical kite is the better choice.
Wonderful. I shall pass that information along to Director Hu. I'll leave these two kites with you. Perhaps you can find a few friends with which to partake in the activity. You might find it to be an enjoyable use of your time.
Oh, wait. Who enjoys kite flying?
Well, I would imagine someone of your talent and wisdom is more than capable of finding out.
So, you were testing out the kites for Hu Tao and even roped Xiao into doing it for you? Paimon didn't ask earlier because the situation was, awkward.
I would hardly say I roped Xiao into anything. I simply sought the help of a friend. Besides, we did the testing together.
Seems like our pool of competitors is growing. Do you like kite flying, Xiao?
I suppose I neither like nor dislike it. Although, watching a kite gradually ascend into the sky does bring me a certain peace of mind. Perhaps they're a bit like Shao lanterns in that way.
Kite flying is also a pleasant form of relaxation.
Have you ever thought about making a kite, Xiao? Cloud Retainer taught us how. We can teach you if you want.
There's no need. Menogius was the only Yaksha among us who had an interest in matters of ornamentation and design. When Lantern Rite is over, come find me near Pervasi's temple if you have the time.
How did that happen?
It's getting late. I should go inform Director Hu of our findings.
How's she been, by the way? Be sure to say hi to her for us.
The last time I spoke to her, she mentioned that she would be visiting Chaoying Village in a few days. If you have the time, perhaps you could also make the trip. If you happen to run into her, you can pass along your regards in person.
We'll keep that in mind. Take care, Xiangli. See you later.
See you next time.
Coming.
You can go first.
I don't have anything to say.
Then I'll go. I still don't want to leave Liyue Harbor.
Oh. I can't say I support that decision, but... Hey, let me finish before you get all worked up.
I'd have it.
Sit, Shenhe, sit. You must be tired from your journey. Shall I pour you a cup of tea, or would you prefer something else to drink?
No need. I'm not tired. They're gone, Master.
Perfect. The time is nigh for us to make an appearance. Do you remember the plan one recounted to you?
Yes, Master. We aim to give them a demonstration of familial love. So I'll have whatever you are having.
All right.
What are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe doing here? Just how many people are involved in this scheme? I suppose all I can do is just take a seat and see what happens.
Perfect. I just so happen to have bought some sunglow tea recently. It's quite the delectable variety. Or it would be if one has not been forced to drink it every day in the hopes of whittling down one's considerable stash. One has more than had one's fill already. Oh, forget it. Such thoughts detract from the present need to keep up the conversation. Has work been busy during the holiday season? Do you need my help with anything?
Drunk guests can sometimes cause trouble, but I deal with them as you taught me, by pinning their heads against the table.
Are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe serious right now?
Oh dear. While one was busy orchestrating this act, one seems to have forgotten about Shenhe's various eccentricities. What I meant to ask was, have you made any new friends? We live so far from each other. It would be a great comfort to me to know you were surrounded by good companions.
You already know of my past circumstances. Recently, I've been conversing with Guoba in the kitchen at night. Guoba can't talk, but his companionship is a comfort.
The poor child. Her one friend can't even talk. I guess maybe Gaming is not doing so bad after all. Perhaps I've been too hard on him.
Let's move on, shall we?
It's having the effect she wants, but she doesn't know it because it's going wrong the way it is in her head.
Fun?
That sounds about right. Take her to do something fun, and perhaps she'll loosen up a bit.
Like we used to do when we would carry stones up and down the mountain from dawn until dusk, picking herbs to eat for dinner along the way. If that is what you ask of me, then that is what I shall do.
Dad, here, have some tea. Or no, wait, let's not have any just yet.
Yeah. I simply can't listen to that any longer. Coming. I'd like to finish what I was trying to say before. I don't support your decision to stay in Liyue Harbor, because living there is too hard on you. If you come home, there will be people to help you. I'm not saying we have to live under the same roof. I know our personalities are too similar to avoid butting heads. But you'll have your entire family around you. Your aunts, uncles, they'll all do whatever they can to help. You could get a less taxing job, and we could grab dim sum together from time to time.
Huh. I didn't know dim sum was such an important affair, Master.
Shh. Just think about it, okay? You don't have to decide now.
Dad really has changed a lot. He would never have said these things to me before. But thank you, Dad.
It's been long enough, don't you think?
Nope.
Oh, Paimon sure hopes they've made up by now. Oh, they're drinking tea in silence. That's not a good sign. Did Xianyun's plan not work after all? Hey, you two! Paimon's sorry we were gone for so long. We got to chatting with some friends and didn't realize how much time had passed.
Perfect timing, actually. We seem to be just about done here.
Yep, let's go. I'll get the bags.
Gaming has grown a lot taller, hasn't he?
That's for sure. Compared to our midget ass. Well, looks like we're doing this thing, huh? Trees, but they take these back.
Skyward! Scatter!
You must be Mr. Ip! Thank you for coming all this way. My name is Charlotte, and I'm a reporter from Fontaine. You can find me writing for the Steambird. I invited you here not just to purchase your fine tea, but also with the hope that you might be willing to sit down for a short interview. What do you say?
An interview? To advertise my teas?
I suppose you could think of it that way. We Fontainians are big tea drinkers, too.
The Fontaine Market. Then I'll need some time to adequately prepare. Perhaps we could sit down and discuss the questions you intend to ask in advance.
Of course, of course! Please follow me.
Is this person also involved in your plan? And here I thought I had lots of connections. I suppose I've been humbled. You sure know all kinds of cool and important people.
Over here! Yoo-hoo! Over here!
Huh? What? Auntie Shenyun?
She probably wants to talk about the next phase of the plan. Let's go while your dad is still distracted.
Oh.
I take it that all is going well?
Don't worry, Xianyun. Everything is going according to plan.
I knew it. I knew that was all an act earlier. Auntie Shenyun is really something. She was so determined to help me. She didn't even care about making herself and Shanka appear foolish in front of my family. She truly knows how to look out for others. I still have a lot to learn.
As for the next step...
Oh no!
What's wrong, Gaming?
Don't tell me you're the ones footing the bill for all that tea. I can't let you do that.
Fret not. Reimbursements will be made.
Exactly. Think of it more as an investment, as Ningguang would say. We pulled together the Mora so that Charlotte could place the order.
Pull
She
together,
sent
Mora.
us back
We
to
are
the Steambird
millionaires.
as a gift, as well as a sample of
What
the
pull
regional
together, Mora?
specialty. Fontainians will probably fall in love with your dad's tea as soon as they lay their eyes on Charlotte's article. And once all the money from the new orders begin to roll in, getting our Mora back will be a piece of cake.
Oh, okay. Business-related matters always seem to go over my head, but I refuse to let you all lose more on my behalf. I'll pay you back right now.
We can talk about such matters at a later date. There are more important matters for you to consider at the moment, are there not?
Yes. I've been thinking about it the whole way here.
Whoa.
I have an idea, but I'd hate to cause even more trouble for all of you.
That is for us to decide.
Yeah, we're all friends here. Plus, we wouldn't be here if we didn't want to help, right? Just tell us about this idea of yours.
Okay. So, it's like this.
Got it. Just leave it to us. Let's split up and make it happen. We need to do those things we talked about, but we also still have the kite flying competition. Since Xiao already tested out those kites for us, why don't we also go buy one of those mechanical thingamabobs or whatever they're called? We can attach it to our kite.
Jesus. Do this too. Hopefully nothing crash. right? God damn. Oof.
Attack! That's the way.
Eh. It's funny.
My time with Espina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
Cool.
I've got a bunch of interesting gadgets.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Wow, so lively! This is how a festival should be.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Hello again.
Welcome back. I see you returned from your trip. I really do have to thank you for all your help from before. Thanks to you, my daughter was able to build a kite with her grandmother that very same day. She even wrote a long letter telling me how much she loved it.
Oh, you should really be thanking Gaming, not us.
I'll be sure to. And are you here to buy a kite? Please, take your pick.
Oh, we already have a kite. We wanted to buy one of those, device thingies from Fontaine. Do you sell them separately?
Ah, yes. Here you go. Please, take it, free of charge. The directions are in the box. It's not hard to install at all.
It doesn't feel right for us to just take it.
Well, nor would it feel right for me to take your Mora. Good luck in the kite flying competition. I'll be rooting for you.
All right, then. Thank you. Phew, it's done. Let's get down to business.
Huh?
Looks like we finished everything we needed to do.
Well, it's lore accurate. Today is the last night of this thing anyway. This reminds me of how a Disney movie would start. I kinda wanna watch a Disney movie.
Come here, allow me.
The lantern race is as festive as ever!
Oh, the child lanterns.
Huh? Oh, what's going on?
Did something happen? What should we do? Oh, should we get the Millilith?
They're doing the dance, nice. I wish to actually see the dance. How'd you get into open water? The drummer was really serious. Oh, she just made him light as a feather. I want that picture of him flying in the sky.
Have I taken that many pictures already? I need to load more film.
Hey, where's my kite?
Wait, the wind.
Oh my gosh!
Mommy, I want a big kite like that too! Do you see that kite way out in front? It's so beautiful!
Damn,
Happy Lantern Rite.
I want a picture of that.
Happy Lantern Rite.
We had to do a lot of shit, but we did get a really cool cutscene just now. This was glorious indeed. Every Lantern Light has a pretty good cutscene at the end. No, if only I could get a photo of this.
Mommy's performance was so cool, Paimon almost wanted to join in! You saw that, right, Traveler? Let's
I
go
mean, you
find
could
him.
fly.
Oh, he's over there, talking to his dad.
Nice.
Skyward! Scatter!
Why would we interrupt?
I think I'll head off now, if that's okay.
Thank you, little girl. Do you want us to walk you back?
No need, no need. Master is waiting for me right over there.
Son. I suppose I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Your performance. I've seen many wuxia dances in my time, but I've gotta admit, what you pulled off there was breathtaking.
Wow. I never thought I'd live to hear you say that.
You're serious about doing this professionally?
Absolutely.
Of course.
I
After
know
that,
it'll be difficult.
any doubt?
Then it doesn't matter. What I mean to say is, of course it'll be difficult. But if that's your decision, if that's your dream, then it doesn't matter how difficult it is. As long as you put in the work, then any obstacle can be overcome in time. Really, when I was young, I also... Actually, how about we save that story of my past for another time? All I really want to say is, I've changed my mind. Much like this kite, you also deserve to soar to new heights.
Dad.
Son.
Son? Haven't heard that in a while.
I bet you're wondering what's gotten into me saying all this.
Well,
He's just happy to be able to trade with the entire Fontaine.
Anyway, I know I've never found the chance to say this before, but to me, Gamin, you've always been a great kid. Alright, that's everything I've got. Did you have something you wanted to say, or...
Seeing the two of them talk things through like this really gives Paimon a sense of accomplishment.
Now go. Over there. Your friends are still waiting for you.
Huh? But you came all this way.
I'll be staying in Liyue Harbor for a bit longer. When you have time, we can grab dim sum together. Your treat, right?
Dad, honestly.
Go.
Okay, then I'm off. See you soon.
It's see-through? I guess it makes sense.
That's quite the smile you've got there, Gamin.
Did she put levitation technology in the mask for him? I don't
Really?
understand how he did that.
It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
I'd like to find and thank Auntie Shenyun, as well as everyone else who's helped me out. If everyone has time, maybe we could all get together and go fly a kite.
I mean... Can we go fly a kite? I still want to do the race, like, he's not wrong. I want to do a competition where I win. But with, you know, option of losing. Kind of like the sneak thing where I failed. And maybe didn't have to. Still not sure if that was optional. Oh, there is. Huh? Why would the Lantern Line be related to the main quest? Oh. Noon makes sense.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! Didn't Zhongli say Hu Tao was also planning on spending some time in Xiaoying Village? We didn't have anything else to do today, right? Why don't we go have a look around? Maybe we'll run...
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
The mountain air is so refreshing! It makes Paimon feel like she could float around all day and never get tired! Cream! Gummies! Fuel fruit! Huh? Did you hear that?
I kinda like that idea.
Sunshine! Blue skies! Good vibes!
Who's having a birthday party?
Right? So Paimon wasn't just hearing things. That voice said, well, we've got the time. Why don't we go check it out?
Is Gaimon going nuts? Maybe that's not Gaimon.
What are they doing here? Navia, Karan!
Ah, well, if it isn't my dear partners. See, I told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today. I have to say, sometimes the Steambird's astrology column is spot on.
Yep,
That's
we know
just
her.
your lucky day.
Are you guys also here to catch the festivities? Oh, and that reminds me. Happy Lantern Ride.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Ride to you, too! Wait,
Yeah,
if
actually
you're
China
here
was
for
hella
Lantern
beautiful.
Ride, then what are you doing on top of this deserted mountain? And that voice we heard, that was you, right, Navia?
Oh, impressive. You could tell it was me from that far away. You've got good ears.
That or your voice is just really loud.
Well, of course it is. After all, I'm a boss.
Indeed. I suppose it's an asset.
Sure is! Having a loud voice is a handy tool when it comes to communication. Wait. That wasn't even Paimon's point. Paimon just wants to know why you two were shouting from the top of this deserted mountain. There was something about almonds, maybe? And buell fruit? Ooh, is it some sort of secret code?
No, it's not a code. The words are meaningless.
Perhaps, but the act of shouting was very meaningful indeed. That's just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top, as you stand on the summit looking out at the vast scenery, it's not easy to resist the urge to release those emotions.
Why are we repeating what she said?
Exactly. You get me, partner. I was afraid that it would cause a
Not sure
disturbance,
it counts
so
as we
I asked
get
the
you.
locals around here, and they said it was fine. Apparently most hikers like to shout when they get to the top, so the locals are used to it by now. So, you see, it's not just me. I guess everyone shouts from the top of a mountain at some point in their life.
Speak for yourself.
When you're stressed, don't you ever just get the urge to do something for no reason?
Not really. If I ever get stressed, I just go hunting.
Oh, that's a pretty good way to relieve stress.
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Huh?
Anyway, why don't you two give it a try? Shout anything you want.
It's a real stress reliever.
As long as Paimon has clothes on her back and food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that needs relieving.
Oh, I bet you guys are just too embarrassed to let loose. No need to be shy. Even Farina was shouting from the top of this mountain earlier.
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right? Farina's also here? In Chaoyang Village?
Believe in your ears. It is indeed as you heard. Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also because we heard the sound of shouting.
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" and "What should I do?" So we hurried up here to check it out. And what do you know? Miss Farina was standing right there, all red in the face. She practically sprinted back down the mountain the minute she saw us.
Ah, that reminds me. I believe what she actually said was, "So help me, I will figure out what I should do about this script."
So you could actually hear what she was saying? Why didn't you say so earlier? I thought someone was really in trouble.
I figured we would come check out the situation either way. Why not let her keep some privacy?
Oh, seems like you caught Farina in the middle of some stress relief as well. She probably would have never thought. No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew all the way out here.
I think so. We ran into Nervalet on the way here as well, but he was already on his way back, so
Wait,
they probably weren't
what
together.
quest am I even doing?
What? Nervalet was here too? What was he doing here? It couldn't have been for vacation.
I think it just might have been, actually. But apparently he only stayed for half a day before heading back. He's a very busy man.
Half a day's not a vacation.
Nervalet is not
Till
the
lunch.
type to take much time off. Taking even a half day for himself is already a huge step in the right direction.
Didn't Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry recently? Maybe he was inspired to come buy some tea after reading that article. You know, just like you were.
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to accompany you. The tea purchase is simply an added bonus of this location.
You Fontanians and your tea drinking.
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a bet with Ridesley, and now I have to buy him something. It was just a spur-of-the-moment sort of bet. Wriothesley gets really invested in that sort of thing, but he couldn't care less about what he wins in the end. You could give him mint plants that you plucked from the side of the road, and he wouldn't even mind.
If only he was that easygoing when it came to talking business. In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What is it called again? Nervalette even mentioned it earlier. Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really buy 10 boxes, did you?
Please, do I look like someone who would fall for that sort of marketing trap?
That reminds me.
We're still doing the
said
same
you only
lines and
came
right
up
class.
here because you heard my voice, right? I hope it didn't put you out. You must have had other plans for the day.
Oh, that's right. Who tell? A few days ago, we heard that a friend was going to be in Chaoying Village, so we decided to come and see if we could run into her.
Oh dear. We've been chatting for quite some time.
We should probably head out and look for
She does have that
Val.
sudden speech style, right?
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here, so we're gonna stay around for a little longer.
Go and meet your friend. We can meet up in Chaoying Village later.
Sounds good. We're gonna head down the mountain then. See you later.
What do I have to do to get you to yell from the top of this mountain? Name your price.
You really want to hear it that bad, huh?
I'm just curious is all. I have a feeling you'll say something amazing.
I will pass. I prefer to let actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah. Got her.
You know what? What does this thing do again? Holy shit, does it crit? Where am I on this bloody thing? What the hell? Why am I like 8 pages in on the what? Well, I mean, I'm only 38 stacks in, but it's still kind of impressive.
Skyward.
Chaoying Village is known for its tea, but you know what else they have with tea?
I wonder if there is a viable MC build.
Didn't Gaming say something about dim sum being eaten in the morning? Oh, well that's fine too. Paimon doesn't care what kind of tea it is as long as... Now, let's see what kind of yummy...
I
Paimon's
don't
not
want-
seeing things, is she? Is that Farina standing between... Wonder what they're talking about. Zhongli knows a lot of stuff. Maybe he's telling for... Oh, or maybe Hu Tao is trying to... Hey, this isn't the fort, but... Paimon could be convinced for the right... Since Zhongli is there, it's decided then. Paimon votes...
Trying to skip Paimon as much as possible.
Alright, no time to waste! Good afternoon, Hu Tao, Zhongli, and Farina!
Furious Tide Farina.
Oh, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Seems like our luck
Flaming
just
Heat
keeps on
Hotel.
growing.
That we were able to meet you both
And, you
without
know,
prior arrangement
Stoic Story
must mean
Zhongli.
that this is quite the serendipitous meeting indeed.
Huh? Oh, so both of you are
acquainted with the traveler in Paimon, then. I'm pretty sure you didn't learn that one from me. Ahem. I must admit, I'm a bit surprised to see you here, traveler.
Me too.
Seeing as you're a hero who's been all over to that, it makes sense that you would be well-traveled and well-connected. Since we have found ourselves in each other's company within this fertile land, allow me to take this opportunity to wish you a happy lantern rite.
It appears you have been to Fontaine, then, given your proclivity to spread good deeds wherever you go. It's no surprise that you would make the acquaintance of a celebrity as illustrious and celebrated as Miss Farina.
That's quite high praise. What I mean to say is, you flatter me, Mr. Zhongli. Although I've built up a certain following within Fontaine, it is no reflection of strength or wisdom. I stand before you right now as nothing more than an ordinary traveler in search of beautiful scenery and creative inspiration. There is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets the eye. I could tell as much from our conversation earlier. Given his breadth of knowledge on both academic and worldly matters, there's no way he hasn't heard about what happened in Fontaine. Is he just feigning ignorance for my benefit?
No. You're no common tourist. I simply won't have you talk about yourself that way.
Huh? Does that mean Hu Tao also knows?
You may not have heard, friends, but...
Miss Hu Tao...
Miss Farina is now one of my esteemed clients.
Yup.
Okay, you win. Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
What's this about winning something?
Don't tell me. You two were placing bets on us.
We just saw you guys standing on the side of the road and couldn't help but take guesses as to what you were talking about.
Oh, I see. That means you, my friend, must have guessed that I was trying to promote my business to Miss Farina. That I do, my friend. What was Paimon's guess then?
Paimon thought Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
By newbie, you mean me, right?
Yes.
If that's the case, then Paimon's guess was also correct.
Oh, that's right. Mr. Zhongli was telling me about some great sightseeing spots in the area.
Ha! You see? Paimon was right too!
The bet cancelled?
Since both of our guesses were right, there can't be a winner or a loser. Hey, don't be upset, traveler. How about this? You buy Paimon a bowl, and Paimon will also buy you a bowl. As for the third bowl...
Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me? You know, as a congratulations for the huge deal I just struck. I was just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring in quite the sum after all.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to
How many
ask
people
one
are about to die?
question. Did something happen recently, Farina?
What do you mean, you esteemed client?
Huh?
Her
What do you
business is
mean?
very particular.
Well, you know, with you enlisting the services of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor and all.
Oh, well, yes.
Really? Oh no. Paimon is so sorry for your loss. Although Paimon may have not known the person, please accept Paimon's deepest...
Whoa, it's not like that, Paimon. I'll have
I wish
to
that was
remember
voice
after
acted
that.
out by the MC, bro.
Paimon,
Ah.
that makes a lot of sense. So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the funeral parlor?
Well, not exactly. My original plan, Hao and Mr. Zhongli, and well, you know the rest.
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me, it's all thanks to that man who stopped to ask for directions.
Oh? Who was it?
It's someone you know. Wanna take a guess? What? How did you guess that on your first try?
Very impressive, my friend. Your guessing game is spot on today.
Huh. Paimon never thought Neuvillette would be the type to get lost.
I'm sure he didn't get lost. Even I was able to find my way to this place without any trouble. He was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived. He just wanted to ask someone about the quickest way to get back to Fontaine.
Yup, that's exactly what he asked. This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
So, were you the one that pointed him in the right direction?
I'm also a guide of sorts, you know. So naturally, I also have a great sense of direction. But speaking of your friend...
What about him?
He doesn't get out much, does he? Ah, no wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never guessed he was here on vacation if you hadn't told me.
All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure he is the only one who would consider that to be a vacation.
Oh? This gentleman you speak of must keep a demanding schedule.
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was dressed like he was about to attend some important meeting. It wasn't anything like what someone would wear on vacation.
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him, Zhongli?
Unfortunately, no. At the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Farina were having quite the productive conversation. I know matters of business can take much discussion, so I decided to fetch some tea for them.
What a shame. That gentleman seemed like a sophisticated sort of guy. I actually think you two would have hit it off.
Is that so? To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase, perhaps it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, with the traveler around, I'm sure you'll have a chance to get to know each other at some point.
That's right. She's got more friends than she knows what to do with.
Well, that's
I have a
certainly
certain
true.
charm about me. Not acted, not voiced.
Oh,
Terrible
that reminds me.
presentation.
If you get the chance, you should try and talk to Neuvillette into loosening up a bit. Just tell him the Palais Mermonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears for a few days. He shouldn't keep himself cooped up all the time. Even clams open their shells to let in fresh water every once in a while, right? If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request. He'd have to approve it himself since he handles that sort of thing now, but you know what I mean.
Hey, vacation. Fill out the form. Yes. Okay.
Seems like this gentleman
Okay.
is also
Wait,
in
I'm
charge of
talking to
something
myself.
pretty
Approve or not?
important.
Denied. Approved.
I've never heard of a demon that boring before. In my experience, a leader needs to be able to roll with the punches. That also includes knowing when and what to prioritize. It seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do.
If I remember correctly, he's already several thousands of years old.
Yeah, so is Zhongli.
You're quite right, Miss Hutao.
Oh? Traveler, Miss Farina. Those two individuals over there appear to recognize you.
Oh, it's Navia and Clorand.
Hey, it's navigation and chlorine.
We saw you all chatting over here, and where we could join in.
Please, excuse the interruption.
Oh, so polite. No apologies necessary. Any friend of the traveler and Miss Farina is a friend of mine.
Ah, Straight to the point. I like it. It's getting late. If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we...
Indeed. Then, Miss Farina,
Oh, yes?
when are you planning to head back? Do you need us to escort you?
Oh, I don't think that will be necessary. I mean, you're not my subordinate anymore.
He has
You
water
don't
droplet
need
eyes
to
too.
look after me.
I
Different
didn't
colored
mean
ones.
it that way. It's normal for friends to travel home together if they run into each other on the road.
There are a lot of mountainous roads in this area. I imagine they'll be even harder to navigate after dark.
Exactly. Just like in those ghost stories. 8 paths converge in a wood. Beside them an old house is stood. If you dare to go inside, not a soul will greet your eye. But if you take a closer look, there may be something you mistook. A candle flickers to and fro, yet there is no wind to make it so. What is its secret? What could it mean? In this wood, where mystery screams.
Yeah, I never noticed that about her hand. So much hardware. How's this one staying?
My dear demoiselles, ladies, no,
Demoiselles.
friends, please take me with you.
The character. By the way, did I hear you mention that Clorand used to work under you?
Klondike bar.
Then you must have also been a leader at some point.
Well, that's, all in the past now. Besides, being a leader is hard. It wasn't the right job for me. I prefer how things are now. I can come and go as I please, and get to enjoy the sweet taste of freedom.
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax. Chaoying Village is an exemplary choice.
Only the best. And I've learned a lot, too. Thank you so much, Miss Hu Tao and Mr. Zhongli.
It's fine. You've thanked us more than enough already. The next time you're in this neck of the woods,
Well, I mean, who needs to watch
treat you
anime when
to
this is
some
basically
dim sum
just
in the city.
Dim sum.
slightly
Is that
interactive
some kind of Liyue
novel
term
at this
for
point?
snacks or desserts?
They are a part of it. It's basically a table full of as much tea, sweets, and good company as you can manage.
Oh, so it's basically a tea party. Sounds great.
Make sure to order the winter melon cake and the lotus flower crisp. They're so sweet and delicious, Paimon knows you'll love them.
Ooh, okay. I'll be looking forward to it then.
Wait, but didn't you guys say you were here on vacation? How come you're all going home empty-handed?
Of course I am. I bought tons of fun things to bring home with me. A kite, a parasol, a little tin frog that jumps. Oh, and a stuffed toy of a mythical beast. Clorand is the one who didn't buy anything for herself.
So all you're bringing back with you is that tea?
And some tea-flavored hard candies. They're for Sigewin.
Clorand isn't much of a shopaholic.
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my Mora. I'll have you know, all the purchases I made today were well within my budget.
Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course. I just had to try all the varieties recommended in the Steambird. Other than that, just some bits and bobs, you know. A little bit of this, little bit of that. They should all be things I can use, I think.
Now Paimon's even more confused. If you bought that much stuff, where did it all go? Into one of Linny's magic packets?
Oh, actually...
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with him.
Oh, so that's what happened. Wait, what? Why did he take them? He's not hoarding treasure.
That's quite the imagination you've got there, Paimon.
Well, dragons do that.
Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had and offered to take them back for us. I felt a bit bad at first, but, I really did have a lot of stuff.
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the fortress of Meripede for me once he's done with the day's one of his word. If he says he can do something, then he means it.
See, even Clorand was happy to take him up on his offer. If even his trusty subordinate agreed, then who was I to refuse?
Wow, he seems like a real gentleman. Maybe he's not as uptight as I thought.
Oh no, he
If
was
only the
uptight.
funeral parlor had an employee as thoughtful, responsible as him. Right, Zhongli?
Indeed.
Clorand said Neuvillette
Poor
offered to
bastard.
deliver
He got
gifts
ganged up
direct.
on and nothing he can do.
So if we go to the
Oh,
entrance
God.
to Meripede, maybe
Why,
we'll run into
Zhongli?
Neuvillette. But we don't know exactly when he'll show up.
Oh, that reminds me. A new year of work is about to begin. If there's anything you want to talk about, Zhongli, you know you can come to me. I'm all ears.
Does the director have any concerns?
It just seemed like you were a bit preoccupied today, and much less talkative than usual. You barely said anything other than, "Is that so?" and "Indeed." If you ask me, I'd say you're having a midlife crisis. You're getting to be around that age after all.
Is that so?
Ugh.
Indeed.
I jest. Given its distance from the city, Chaoying Village enjoys a much slower pace of life. Surrounded by such peace and tranquility, I also seem to have developed a proclivity for inactivity. I apologize for making you worry.
Doesn't he say that inactivity serves no one or something?
What do you think, Traveler?
I
Is
don't
this
have that.
atmosphere putting you in a lazy mood too? Wow, you are getting really good at these kinds of lines.
Indeed.
Okay, that's funny. Holy shit, she stole. What? So, Farina amongst the tall giant ladies out here.
Well, everyone,
Not anymore.
make sure that you've got all your belongings with you before we leave. If there's any souvenirs anyone still wants to buy, the time
I
is
wonder
now.
why they didn't let travelers be
Reliable
able to use
as
any
ever,
weapon.
Miss President.
What is that supposed to mean?
Clorand is right, though. You really are reliable.
It's not what she's saying, it's the way she's saying it.
I will say, I never thought you'd be so easygoing outside of work, Clorand. The tone of voice you use when you're working doesn't exactly make you seem like the type who enjoys interacting with people.
Well, I try to keep my professional and private life separate. That includes my behavior.
You take care now, Traveler. Paimon. Ah, trying to act cool now, are we? Well, I guess it's not an act for you, is it?
You are indeed quite strong.
It's been great talking to you all. I'm really glad I decided to come to Chaoying Village. Maybe we could go on another trip together sometime?
Yeah! Skyward! Got her!
Oh, it's in the building. Or behind the building. Oh.
Yeah! Skyward!
Nervous roulette.
Look! It's Novelette! We lucked out!
Oh, it's you. It has been some time since our last meeting.
He looks very pale. Ordain of inexorable judgment.
Few people frequent this location. Since I was able to conclude my work early for the day, I thought I might take a walk and avail myself of this area's peace and quiet.
You call this early? Do you always work this late, Novelette?
Strictly speaking, that depends on the agenda for the day. I am hardly bereft of time, however, so working late is of little consequence to me.
Really? If you have so much time on your hands, then why did you only go to Chaoying Village for half a day?
First, I should clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my disposal on any given day. Second, I was unaware you possessed knowledge of my trip to Chaoying Village. I see. Thank you for informing me. Yes, they have been safely delivered.
I have to hand it to Cloran. Just a simple gift delivery, and she has the great and mighty Udex at her beck and call.
I was just passing through. It was merely an act of convenience.
All right. Then I hereby confirm receipt of the goods on behalf of the staff of the Fortress of Meripede.
A verbal receipt of confirmation? Is such a formality really necessary for a small matter such as this?
Guess not. This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you think? Before you know it, they'll start accusing me of taking bribes.
About that. Much of that is my own excess, I'm afraid.
Oh? Why? What happened?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half off.
Ah, that explains it then. Well, go ahead and leave them to me. I'll get through this stash as fast as I can.
You have my thanks. Oh, there's something else I'd like to give to you.
This is a stone slate, engraved with a symbolic design.
While that is an apt description, it is in
He
actuality
kind of reminds me of
a legal codex, huh?
I guess because Hoyo's designs are Hoyo's designs.
Information was recorded
But he comes off as that
such as this. The law
as that one dude from Star Rail. What's his name?
Okay.
The smuggler dude from the Icelands.
Since ancient times, the scales of justice have symbolized the
remember.
fairness and impartiality of judiciousness. As a tribute to that sentiment, this slate was designed after a traditional legal codex and engraved with a symbol instead of text. During my travels recently, I chanced upon a roadside stall offering tourists the opportunity to try their hand at the ceramic arts, so I decided to have a go. We joked with Cloran some time ago about gifting you a legal codex.
He's a bit more goofy though, so he's more JoJo Bizarre Adventures type, but kind of
so
similar.
that's what this is about.
Similar eye structure, kind of similar voice,
I did not expect you to
hair,
remember it as well.
messiness.
In any case, I hope this can be considered as a reasonable attempt to join in on the banter.
It is a very good attempt. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Even your sense of humor centers around the law. That's an impressive level of commitment. Well, a gift of this significance deserves to be put on display, and I know just the place. Front and center in the Fortress's showroom.
Surely there's no need for such a grand gesture.
Just kidding. I don't have anything like a showroom, but we do have a storage room. We can put it next to all the mechanical parts Sijuin has collected.
That sounds good to me.
So that's what you were doing in Chaoying Village.
Indeed. Of course, while I was there, I also took the opportunity to taste the local spring water. The aftertaste is much purer than what I have delivered to me in Fontaine. It stands to reason that the long-distance transport has a tendency to imbue the water with extraneous emotion. If you want to experience the true flavor, you simply have to go to the source. Perhaps I should organize some time off to do the same elsewhere. Then we are of the same mind. It appears my desire is justified.
He has to justify it well.
If you say so, but you know you don't have to justify a vacation, right? You can just take one. After all, you're hardly bereft of time.
Just like you, Paimon.
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a lack of opportunity, but rather a lack of inspiration. However, after reading
Also
a few
really pale,
articles
doesn't get
about
out much.
Liyue's holiday traditions, the idea popped into my head and made itself quite at home. Seeing as I was free of responsibilities for the morning, I decided to depart at once. Refreshing. My spontaneous outing seemed to inspire quite a few other spontaneous decisions as well. Take, for example, my foray into ceramics. At first, soil from the ground is granular and unforgiving, but add the right amount of water, and it becomes soft, moldable, and able to take shape. In the past, I never thought about how quotidian vessels were crafted, but now I have participated in their very making. This is also something I made today.
Oh, cool. Very well done.
That's a ladle? Paimon thought it was supposed to be some long-necked sea creature.
That was indeed one of my inspirations. Really? You like it? To tell you the truth, given your unexpected arrival, I find myself quite unequipped to give you the welcome you deserve. Around such an important holiday such as this, human custom would dictate that gifts should
I won the ladle.
But I'm afraid this is all I can offer. If you'll have it, that is. That is precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you accepted. You are most welcome. Happy Lantern Rite.
Yes. We get to keep the lantern. We get to keep the ladle.
Approve a leave of absence request for myself. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of self-indulgence, something which couldn't be in further violation of protocol. But I suppose I understand your point. My proclivity to refrain from personal outings does, in part, originate from a sense of responsibility toward my duties. But it is also due to a lack of desire to engage in the human world. But now I see that the human world is indeed full of many interesting places to discover.
Summon bustle complete. How much of this have I not completed? Oh. I guess that's all that is.
If you are presently Perhaps we could stop a while at one's abode for some repose and conversation.
One's abode. One's abode. What am I on now?
Peace prevails throughout the land, and all...
You're right, it is strange. Do you think something happened to Yanxiao? Cause that guy barely lets anyone ever set foot in his kitchen. Doesn't exactly seem like the type to hire help. The notice says interested parties should go upstairs and talk to the innkeeper Huayan. Should we go and see what's up? Yeah, and we can ask...
Boss, there's really no need for this. It's just a little burn, that's all. It won't get in the way of my work.
Perhaps
Why is
not.
he called
But
Smiley?
continuing to work will only hinder your recovery.
And why does this guy mustache look
You
like
need
an
to
actual
rest for a
smile?
few days. We'll figure something out.
Open mouth smile.
Yanxiao!
Oh? Traveler and Paimon! What brings you to this neck of the woods?
Well, specifically, your neck brings us.
And we decided to come check out...
Rather, post.
check up on Yanxiao.
I knew we shouldn't have posted that notice. It's really nothing to worry about. I'm fine.
He does look completely fine in his
kind of
defense,
you.
and I have no idea
My
how a
thanks
chef
to you
is so
both.
buff.
And thanks on
He
Yan
must
Xiao's
know what
behalf,
to
too.
eat in order to grow muscles
There's nothing to be
passively.
embarrassed about, Yan Xiao.
Unfair, man.
Just tell them what happened.
Genetics plus skill.
all
Some
right.
people just have it
Well,
unfairly nice in
basically,
this world.
we had a lot of guests pouring in for the lantern rite. Things got busy. I started rushing, and I ended up accidentally burning my hand while plating a dish.
Both of them?
Well, you know what they say. Play with fire long enough, and you're bound to get burned. Even the best chefs slip up sometimes. Anyway, it's nothing. Just a tiny burn. I can still...
Now, I don't want you pushing
more
yourself.
dead every day.
You'll only make it worse. And then you'll be looking at more than just a couple of days off to recover.
But the lantern rite's only just finished. And we're still getting tons of guests. Now's not a good time for me to rest.
I mean, I'm a professional
Plus,
cook.
lots of the guests are visiting from other
With a
nations.
vision.
We can't
Probably
just...
immune to burn.
Listen to you.
Or will be when that
Anyone
one
would think
releases.
that you're the boss and not me. But he's not wrong. Yan Xiao was one of the favorites in the Masterful Chefs tournament. No matter how you look at it, his are big boots to fill.
I don't mean to boast, but any chef of my caliber probably has their own restaurant to look after. It's not going to be easy to find someone who's got the skills and has the time to help us out.
Looks like we might have to increase the pay we're offering even further.
Do we know anyone that's a good chef and has the time to help out? Oh, of course, you!
Oh, right. Yes. Now I think about it, I do recall hearing good things about your cooking ability. I suppose I'd added you to my mental list of people who can hold their own in a combat situation, but forgot you can cook.
Why are you even keeping a mental list of people who can fight?
Maybe a story for another time. More importantly, I'm sure Yan Xiao would be comfortable leaving his kitchen in your hands, if anyone's. What do you think, Yan Xiao?
Well, since it's you, I suppose that's better than anyone else.
What do you think, Traveler? Should we do it?
I did say that, didn't I? Well, I'm a man of my word. You'll be compensated generously for your work.
I should warn you that cooking for customers is quite a different ballgame from cooking for yourself, so I'll stick around the kitchen over the next few days to help smooth things over.
Oh, so he's not leaving the kitchen after all?
I believe there's some spare kitchenware here at the inn. Boss, would you mind?
Of course, of course. I'll take care of it. Whew. All done.
Oh, wow.
Come, take a look. This was made with your measurements in mind. Ah, it's nothing. A little handicraft and elbow grease goes a long way. All right, Yan Xiao. I'll leave you to
He
take
did that
it
in
here.
5 seconds flat.
You really went to all the trouble of building a new stovetop? What was wrong with the original? Boy, you really hate when people touch your stuff, huh?
No, it's nothing like that. As Boss always says, hire who you trust and trust who you hire. I just thought the original setup might be a little, tall for you. Anyway, as I was saying, cooking for guests is different from cooking for yourself. Not only do you have to execute on taste, aroma, and appearance, but you also need to ensure speed, precision, and consistency. Having the right equipment is a big part of that. Ill-suited equipment doesn't just make the job more tiring, it also slows you down. And paying customers don't have unlimited patience. Sometimes cooking is all about being well prepared. That's how you ensure speed.
Okay, and what about precision and consistency?
Precision all comes down to using your eyes. Where to slice into a particular cut of meat, how much oil to use, how to tell when a dish is done cooking. When you cook for yourself, you can always add salt if it's too bland or add water if it's too salty. You can tweak the taste as you go, but in a restaurant, there's not that much room for trial and error.
Worst case scenario, Paimon can deal with any subpar dishes by making sure they get properly disposed of.
The final thing you have to focus on is
Bottom of stomach,
consistency.
Simon.
You have to be able to handle the most challenging orders with the same level of technique and skill as the easiest ones. This is particularly important when you have guests from all over, each with their own tastes and preferences. You have to cater to their own dietary needs while also giving them the opportunity to enjoy our local delicacies.
This last point is making Paimon's head spin.
Don't worry. Matter of fact, someone as well-traveled as you may even have a better handle on it than me once you get started. And of course, I'll be around to help you over the next few days. I don't think we'll have any trouble making all our guests feel right at home.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's no time to lose, so let's get started. I imagine you probably have a good handle on the cooking side of things already. What you need to pay attention to is remembering each table's order. Try not to get them mixed up.
Oh, Paimon's memory is like a steel trap. This is gonna be a cinch.
Is this the permanent forever kitchen, or will it go back to normal after this?
Which ticket are we on again? Table 1 was onions, but no chilies. Was Paimon just sleep floating? We didn't even get a break in the middle. Paimon's brain has turned to mush. Is it always this busy here?
No, but this is peak season. You both did a mighty fine job for your first time serving guests at the inn. Luckily, all our customers were familiar faces this time around, so we didn't get any strange requests. Otherwise, today would have been even more challenging.
I bet it's his brand that he still can't
Strange
cook.
request? Someone asked for almond tofu drizzled in soy sauce. Even Paimon has never tried that combination.
It's a wide world out there. People have all kinds of different tastes. Being able to cater to all is the real essence of Liyue cuisine. Also, the thing about requests is
Guy
that
has
they're usually
more of a
very
grind
specific.
life than
So as
the
long as
main
you do what
character.
they asked, you're unlikely
Damn.
to have any issues.
What
What's
a
really
difficulty
tricky is
setting.
when guests give you free rein to do anything you want.
Excuse me. Are you still open by any chance?
That sounds like coming.
Paimon knows that voice. Let's go check it out.
Hey, is it Mr. Gaming Watch?
What
it's
should we do?
Remnant.
It doesn't look like anyone's here.
It's the one who frets a lot.
If only we'd gotten here a bit sooner.
It's all right. If we start building a campfire now, we'll be eating before too long.
Lenny. Leonard
Right.
Skinner.
Besides, if anyone's to
Lynette
blame,
Skinner.
it's Linny. So busy being a greedy culture vulture that he lost track of time.
Linny, Lynette, Fremine, it is you!
Paimon.
Lynette,
So, is the traveler here?
Cardinal.
Traveler, Paimon! What a nice surprise!
Oh, look. Yeah, that's fair.
Paimon was gonna say the same thing. We're just lending a helping hand at the end.
Neuvillette works as the fourth word.
Anyway, so that's how we ended up here.
Feminette.
But what about you guys? Don't tell us. Father sent you on another mission?
No, quite the opposite, actually. We're in Liyue on vacation, and while we're here, I thought a cultural tour might be in order.
Father said we deserve some rest after everything that happened recently. Otherwise, it could jeopardize our next mission.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's not every day we get this kind of opportunity.
Mission.
Lenny thought it might be fun to spend some time in Liyue.
We could hardly pass up the opportunity to watch a Liyue-style magic show. Although, I think they call it conjuring here.
In our time here, we've seen conjuring tricks incorporated into a Liyue opera show, and even a wushu dance.
So, we decided to stay here for a few more days to see what other forms of inspiration this land might have in store for us. We visited Granny Roshin in Chingsa village not long ago, and today we continued our cultural tour in the area around here.
In the end, though, we lost track of time. We haven't even eaten anything yet.
And speaking of eating, as you know, seafood is a big part of both Liyue. We simply had to try some local seafood after coming all this way.
Oh, need any recommendations? What have you tried so far?
That fish one with the misleading name. Sounds bland, but it's drowning in hot chilies.
Oh, you mean blackback perch soup? You're right, the name doesn't give much away.
It looked and smelled so appetizing that Lynette took a huge mouthful, blissfully unaware that she was about to set her mouth on fire. She could barely speak for the rest of the day after that.
Luckily, that wasn't a huge adjustment for her.
What? Aren't you guys hungry too?
Yes, a little.
Yes, I'm ready to eat. Traveler, I'm afraid we'll have to send you back to the kitchen now. Good question. I doubt we'll be able to decipher the menu, so why don't you recommend something?
One more thing. Please, if you have a heart, don't make it spicy.
We're gonna make her not talk ever again. Let's put all the spice. Let's just give her a dish of just nothing but spice. Got this.
Fontaine, huh? No wonder they can't handle too much spice. There's this crab and shrimp stir fry I know that could work.
Ooh, that sounds perfect! What's it called?
Well, this is where it gets interesting. They call it the Palace Jewels. The crab roe is supposed to look like pearls of gold. And here's the recipe. When you're ready, go ahead and give it a try.
We'll figure it out. It's actually pretty slow, so shouldn't be a problem. But maybe that's just a tutorial one. Are we cooking anything? Or are we just mixing, prepping? There we go. That's same as always. Ah, I don't think this matters, but that's cool. I think the drink is better.
Sorry for the wait. This dish is called the Palace Jewels. Enjoy.
Yes, we meant to say, you two must be tired after a long day of work. Do you want to eat with us?
Oh, now that you mention it, Paimon is a little hungry. Well, if you insist, then who are we to refuse? Oh, right, of course. You're still our customers. Why aren't you eating?
The sauce looks a little overpowering.
Oh, according to Liyue custom, it's probably good table manners to let someone else go first.
That's feminine.
Looks delicious, traveler.
Oh,
I
maybe
guess
not.
I'll dig in first. Here goes.
What is it? Do you need some water?
No, it's delicious. The flavor is so pure. It's drenched in sauce, but somehow it just enhances the natural flavor of the seafood. Try it for yourselves.
All right.
Millennials first.
What is that? Crab roe?
Yep, you have quite the palate, Lynette.
No wonder it pairs so well with the shrimp meat. I've never seen it prepared this way before.
According to the creator, chewy crab complements succulent shrimp, making a spectacular seafood ensemble with a
I don't like
succulent
shrimp at all,
flavor
no matter what the
and
dish is or
luscious
how it's made.
mouthfeel. The crab roe glitters like pearls of gold, and the shrimp shines like chunks of jade. Hence its name, the Palace Jewels.
So that's where the name comes from. Huh. I suppose it's quite fitting then.
Are those two horns over there?
Was
What is that?
Paimon always this well spoken?
This dish must be right up your alley, Lynette. Huh?
It's half gone already? When did that happen?
I heard that in Liyue. The biggest compliment you can pay to the chef is to leave a clean plate. It's delicious. Thank you ever so much.
Wait, don't fight over it. Hey, leave some for Paimon.
Wow, it's gone. Wow, can't. Oh.
So your friends like the dish, huh? Well done. There'll be more to come, so keep it up.
I mean, it's kind of nighttime. It's kind of not nighttime. Crap. It should be 6 to 8.
Do love Spina di Rosula's logo.
Morning. I have to admit, I was a little worried about throwing you right into the deep end. But it looks like so it should be plain sailing. Well, just as long as we don't run into any extremely picky customers.
Oh, have you had someone like that before?
Of course. They criticize you for no reason.
This is Wangshu Inn. It does have the look and feel of a time-honored establishment.
Yeah, it's a giant treehouse.
Oh, innkeeper!
How do we know Farina? I mean, Farina, Farazan.
Madam Farazan!
How do we know Frozen?
Oh my! Traveler, Paimon, whatever are you doing here?
We could ask you the same thing! Where'd you suddenly get the funds to go sightseeing? And to order the most expensive things on the menu?
I'm not here to sightsee. Exemplary scholars like myself are highly sought after by cruise operators in need of an onboard consultant as they travel the world.
Oh no, it's Dory.
Madam Farazan, please, slow down. None of us slept last night. How come Madam Farazan still has so much energy?
She cheated, she slept.
It's all my fault. She's been like this ever since I told her I'd be paying the expenses.
Layla! And Dory? Huh. Never would have bet on this combination.
Temporary chef, huh? Wow. Well, if the chef here is trusting you to run his whole kitchen, then I've got no doubt we're in for some...
So, why are you on Liyue again?
I got my hands on a new boat from... Right now, we're doing some test runs. We sailed from Port Ormos to Rito, then from...
Oh, Madam Farazan and me were hired to fine-tune the compass and other equipment.
Overtime for which they'll both be fairly compensated. They're both here willingly. The contract is crystal clear on that.
You really cover all your bases, don't you? Let Paimon guess. Paying the expenses is part of the compensation, isn't it? No one?
It's not every day someone tells you to order whatever you like. Now, first up, we'll have the... Farazan, Madam Farazan, that is. While I am more than happy to treat you both to the most expensive dishes on the menu, we must remember that most expensive does not always mean best. I've heard that the most expensive dishes in Liyue are usually either seafood-based or take an exceptionally long time to prepare. Now, I don't know about you two, but after so many days at sea, I don't think I can so much as look at another piece of seafood again for at least the foreseeable future. That's actually a good point. Not to mention that poor Layla here looks like she's about to faint from hunger.
Huh? Oh, that's not because of hunger.
Surely the wise and virtuous Madame Farazan could not bear to watch her poor students sit here and waste away. Oh, well, of course I care about my students' well-being, but why do I feel like I'm being tricked? So, let's not order anything that'll take too long to prepare. Aside from that and seafood, we'll take whatever other expensive dishes you have. Over to you, traveler.
Illumine.
So, expensive, but no seafood, and nothing that takes too long to cook. That rules out pretty much our entire menu. Do these people get a kick out of being impossible to please?
That Dory! Is she doing this on purpose?
This isn't Lioli Pavilion or Shinua Kiosk. This is Wangshu Inn. We don't stock up on rare and exotic ingredients. We only get them in if someone puts in a special reservation. Well, if we're stuck with regular ingredients and we're on a time limit, there's only one way to bump up the price. And that's by cooking a dish that uses the chef's expertise and creativity to the fullest. As it happens, I know a recipe for something called trembling strings and rushing reeds. It can be whipped up quickly with what we already have in the kitchen. One plate usually goes for 30,000 mora.
Oh, nice. We can screw Dory over.
But if it's quick to make and isn't fancy, what exactly makes it so special?
Quick doesn't have to mean quick and easy. To perfect this dish, you need expert knife work and very precise control over the heat. You have to finely slice several different types of meat into fine threads, knead them together into strips, then gently stir-fry them in the pan. What you end up with is a whole variety of flavors that this dish is unique in offering a harm. Do it right?
Well, I want to know if they're making something that Dory's gonna finally pay for.
So this dish gets
Well, that's
its value
swindling
not
someone.
from the ingredients, but
Now, don't worry. I can take care of the need.
believe in yourself. You can do this.
I am so down to make her regret her words and enjoy the meal. Oh. I should probably just use the mouse. I like that they gave me back one mistake. What? Yeah, this one.
Food's ready. Please enjoy.
Ooh, smells delightful. Oh, we meant to ask, have you two eaten breakfast yet? If not, why don't you join us at the table?
Did Dory just offer us a free meal? When did she become so generous?
Let's not forget that the biggest business deals are always settled over a meal. Come on,
Ah, she wants to reduce the price of the dish.
yes. This dish looks simple enough. And I did my research, so surely it can't cost all that much. Worst case scenario, maybe 10,000 mora?
This dish had better be worth working overtime all night for. Well, traveler, this is the moment of truth.
Oh, so tired. So sleepy. Is this foul? Oh, wait. No, the texture is more like shroom boar.
There's a different flavor in every bite. And the discerning palate might detect a hint of something smoked, too. Quite marvelous. How is this made? Ham? But I don't see any ham anywhere.
Oh. Ha-ha! So you've noticed. Yep, every single strip is kneaded from several different kinds of meat. Paimon and Yanxiao put in a lot of effort to make it just right. So I'm not an expert or anything, but don't different meats have different cooking times? How is everything in this dish cooked to perfection? Well, you see, that's a trade secret.
Wow. So this dish really is one of a kind. That makes the whole trip worth it. By the way, does this special dish have a name?
Ah, Paimon forgot to mention that part. The dish is called Trembling Strings and Rushing Reeds, alluding to the way that the different threads of meat are woven together. And also,
The complex layers of flavor, yes? Akin to the harmonies of a musical ensemble. The name, if I'm not mistaken, is a Liyue idiom that evokes a vigorous orchestral performance featuring both stringed and wind instruments playing together. Quite an apt name for this dish.
how did you know all that?
Every student has to master at least 20 languages before they graduate. Wait, is that not a requirement anymore?
Huh? Oh, that used to be a thing? Oh, Paimon almost forgot that you're also from Harabatat.
So, anyway, how much does this dish cost?
Oh, don't worry, not too much. That'll be 30,000 more, please and thank you.
30,000? About that, Paimon, traveler, I merely invited you to join us at the table, did I not? I don't believe I committed to paying for you. So, perhaps we could split the bill accordingly?
Oh, Paimon knew it was too good to be true. Yeah, as a famous merchant, you've got a reputation to uphold.
But every single mora matters, you know? All right. I'll just consider that the cost of learning about this dish. Once I'm back in Sumeru, I'll be sure to find someone to help me recreate the dish. And then I'll make it all back.
Yeah. With Dory, the Dory. Excellent.
We're off to a good start this morning. Keep up the good work.
How long does it take this guy to recover? Wait. We did what? 24?
Morning. Time to fire up the stove for another day of custom. Great work. Well, you're looking more like a head chef every day. Whatever crazy characters come walking through that door, I know you'll be able to handle them.
Wait, no! Every time you say something like that, you jinx it!
Hey, that's not true. Anyway, I didn't mean it like that.
Crazy character.
Bro?
Oh,
I
I'll
didn't know
attack
you were in
eaters.
Liyue too. It's always nice to run into a Brody and a Zoomin fellow. Wait, did I say that right?
Almost. I think you meant fellow Inazuman abroad, boss.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, we gotta look out for each other when we're this far from home, don't we, Ayato?
Oh, whoa, Checker! What are you doing here?
Huh? Oh, hey, Flying Lavender Melon! The sky-cleaving white iron variety. And my compadre, too! Oh, my buddy!
Didn't you say you were gonna knuckle down and earn some more when you got home? How come you're back in Liyue so soon?
That could wait. As soon as I announce that Arataki Ito is available for hire, they'll be throwing Mora at me. Right now, I got a more urgent situation to attend to. I'm in the mood for some good, spicy food.
Ah, me too.
Oh, and while we're here, we were gonna also see if Grandmaster Hanakado's okay and whatnot.
But I want it to be soup.
Not too long ago, I heard a rumor that someone was hosting an Onikabuto fighting contest in Liyue. Naturally, I came here as soon as I could, but...
What? You missed it? Aw, man, what a bummer!
Quite the bummer, indeed. Though all is...
Sure thing, my man. But let's catch up over some food, huh? Where's Where's the chef anyway? Yeah, sure, me too. Wait, what?
Wow, Bullchucker set up that one for us really nicely. Gotta give him some credit for that.
Good one, compadre. You almost got me there. All right, well, get the chef out here.
So, may I take your order? If you're entertaining guests, I can recommend the Palace Jewels, a Trembling Strings and Rushing Reeds, or...
Boss, don't forget the budget.
Yeah, okay. Got anything a little more, down to earth?
Down to earth. Oh, well, we do a mean humbly enough. Real hearty dish with a ton of flavor, and we don't skimp on the portion size either. That'd be the best value for your mora.
Humbly enough, huh? Oh, sounds like my kind of grub. We'll take that. No need for anything fancy. We're all friends here.
Excellent choice, Ito. I'm no fan of culinary ostentation either. Sometimes a bro just knows,
A bro just knows. Yes, a bro just knows. Bros don't suppose, 'cause bros just knows.
Is this for real? Ah, whatever. Paimon's leaving you guys to it.
Damn, bros. Normally I would give him another chat or two, but I just want to do the cookie part.
Gotta say, your friend's quite a character. Still, humbly enough isn't that hard to make.
Actually, why is it called humbly enough anyway? A hearty meat dish is a good start, but in Paimon...
I said it was hearty, but I never said it contained meat. Don't be fooled by the appearance. It's actually just tofu, made to look and taste like meat.
Wait, tofu's made of beans, isn't it? Oh, Bullchucker can't eat that. Guess we should get them to pick something else instead.
What's the issue? I think I caught the word tofu.
Wait,
Why
what are you doing? The kitchen is staff members only. Never mind. I'll let it slide. Ma'am, could you possibly ask your boss to order something else instead?
No one gets my bro Hayato like I do. I hereby declare that humbly enough will be an everlasting symbol of our friendship, or my name ain't Arataki Ito! Hey, where's our food at? Hurry up! I'm almost done recounting the epic adventures of Crimson Staff.
As you can see, changing the order may be a little difficult.
Oh, brother, his whole ego is riding on this, huh? Even if we break the news to him, he'd probably rather eat the tofu than eat his words.
Sounds good. I'll make sure he fills up on those. We'll just have to play the rest by ear.
Why couldn't we just tell him, hey, sorry, we're out of that? Oh. My cooking should level up. Half the ingredients for cooking forever from now on.
Food's here!
Oh, so this is humbly enough. You guys don't mess around. Woo! Love me that portion size. Come on, compadre, grab a seat. We're all friends here, so don't hold back. I'm just gonna dig right in.
Boss, we should respect the local customs. Here in Liyue, it's polite to let the guests eat first.
Polite? Shinobu, I thought old-timey traditions weren't your style. Huh? Are you kidding me, compadre? Oh, wait, I get it. The food smells so dang good, now everyone's dying to go first. Well, guess I only got my own good taste to blame. Go on, dive in. I'll wait till last.
I see.
Finally, it's my turn. Woo-hoo! I spy a big chunk of deliciousness with my name on it.
Wait! Don't.
Huh? Wait, what is it now?
Okay, here goes. Anyway, so, Paimon forgot to tell you the really cool origin story of this dish.
Origin story? Dude, who cares where it came from? We all know where it's going. Am I right? Down the gullet!
Oh no.
Skipping the origin story is like going traveling without a tour guide. Trust Paimon, you get way more out of the experience after you hear it.
Paimon makes an astute observation. Much as every tea must be appreciated on its own terms, is it not a waste of the chef's goodwill to sample a dish without hearing its tale?
My compadre's goodwill, huh? Oh, can't have that going to waste. All right then, give me the full story. I'm all ears.
That's more like it. Let's start with the ingredients. Actually, no. Let's start with the story of Wangshu, which starts with the history of Dihua Marsh.
Now's our chance, traveler.
Man, the tale of Dihua Marsh hits hard. People in the past had it pretty rough. Makes you appreciate what you got. Humbly enough, yeah, that's a good way to think about life.
Darn, there's no sad way to Tofu from here. How did we get so off topic? Well, good news is there's only a little bit left.
Oh, compadre, Shinobu, have you been eating this whole time? Save me some dregs, why don't ya? That's it, I'm done waiting. It's my turn to eat.
Wait, boss, that's made of...
One moment, Ito. I have a small request, if you would be so kind as to consider it. I left home in a hurry and was unable to bring any of my family with me. They've all heard so much about you and are huge admirers of the Arataki gang, so they will be devastated to learn that they missed out on this opportunity. However, if you were willing to let me bring the remaining portion of Humbly Enough back to them, I'm sure it will help to lift their spirits.
Yeah, I don't know.
Boss, you gotta do right by your friends. They're pretty big on that in Liyue. Besides, you did eat quite a lot of the grilled fish while we were waiting for the main course, including mine and Ayato's.
Huh? Oh, those were for you guys? Ah, dang it. I got too carried away telling that story, didn't I? In that case, pass my regards to your fan, bro. El Chefe, can we get the rest of this to go?
He knew the whole time.
Crushmore. Instant kill. I never knew there were so many elite beetle Can you imagine? That would be tardiness of the most unfashionable variety. No, in truth, this trip is part business, part leisure. Every visitor has their own agenda. For some, the festivities are all the more reason to visit. For others, all the more reason to avoid the crowds. In any case, one way or another, I seem to...
Okay.
Yeah. Looks like that's all sorted.
I guess no more of that. Wow. It's not something that stays. You could just click through it. Okay.
The secrets of the mechanical arts are too profound to convey in a few simple words. Oh, but why must the listener grow weary whenever I begin to divulge them?
Howdy. Please, come straight on in. This could be an obstacle for Pantalonia.
Oh wait, there's these guys.
Yeah, skyward!
Shower me with praise! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
They dropped purples?
Yeah, skyward! Scatter!
Shine down! Time to shine!
Seize the skies!
Watch out! Attack! That's the way! Chika! Watch out! There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Inconsequential!
Strike a pose! Illusion shattered! May I present?
Still a little weak.
Let my name echo in song! Attack! Shine down, torn to oblivion!
I hate that he did this exactly the wrong time. Almost like an actual AI who knows when to trigger his bullshit. These are the days. He's also insanely stingy. He doesn't give threes at all. But that's Hoyo's. That's some Hoyo bullshit. They do this on purpose. They want people to wail out on the new character resin stuff by making less drops for the stuff you want. They tweak these things in the background. The devils. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, skyward! Illusion shattered!
Hey there! Let the worlds collide!
Make way for the...
Attack!
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Hey there!
Annoying. This stupid immune to damage shield is super annoying.
Illusion shattered!
Show him you take! Hey there!
Did he not take damage again?
Strength cloud converge!
I'm not sure why I couldn't get heals. Very much cheater. If only he took damage instead of just being able to deal it, right? He's like immune to damage when being able to just full AoE and no way to dodge mode. But is this something else? Yeah, I just beat him. Is he not dropping these? Or did I start out less than... Did I think I already had 5 and I
carrying
didn't?
an
What the fuck?
unreliable weapon is
Whatever.
No escape!
Strike a pose!
Yeah! Skyward! Got her!
Coming at ya! Ha-ha!
Yeah! Skyward! Got her! Perhaps one should invent some form of curio discernment mechanism. Skyward!
Yoo-hoo! Watch out! Hiya!
Skyward! Yeah!
Why are you trying to not get rescued?
Whoa! What a stroke of go- Yeah! Yeah! Skyward! Got her! Huh.
Where would that be?
Yeah! Skyward! Got her! In this era of fair winds and gentle rain. Yeah! Got her! Shine down!
Coming at ya! Shower me with praise!
Weird, she doesn't automatically summon them. It's some kind of delay on her now. Does it drop it?
Yeah! Skyward! Got her!
Hey there! Watch out!
Quick, let's pack it up.
Okay. Just goes back up. What the hell? That is not just goes back up. This is a whole thing. What the heck is all this?
Perhaps one should invent some form of curio discernment mechanism. Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Does it count? I hadn't eaten.
There's no more explosions.
Take it. Go on. You have my approval.
Yeah! Scatter!
The show begins.
Ridiculous healing on her.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Perhaps one should invent some form of curio discernment mechanism. In this era of fair winds and gentle rains, one needs not marshal the winds to deliver the rain clouds. Perhaps one should invent some form of curio discernment mechanism. Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! In this era of fair winds and gentle rains, one needs not marshal the winds to deliver the rain clouds.
I mean, it's a bit too much rain. Yeah, I get it. Oh, okay. Wow.
These could be salvaged for parts. Oh. Ah, what trinkets have we here? Present them for one's perusal.
Go fight the new hateful thing again with its stupid defense.
Yeah! Got her! Skyward!
Illusion shattered!
Attack! Time to shine!
Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Strike a pose! Let the world come alive!
Make way for the...
Watch out!
What? The Q just did a trigger. I don't know why. That was the stupidest thing ever. She always has the Q up except this one singular time where it was the worst time ever to not have it up. And like, why can't we always have
Dear
20
me,
levels? Why does it have to be by tens now? That's also stupid. I hate that. I hate all the little ways they bullshit you into grinding.
As per our contract.
Even though I said bow, I guess whoever's in my party shows up. Uses a bow? I thought she's a catalyst. What? Well, why do they have entrances like this? Huh.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
The Spina's on the case. Shower me with praise.
Perhaps one should invent some form of curio discernment mechanism.
Well,
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! There is no escape!
Ah, coming at ya. Coming at ya. Ha-ha.
Shine down!
Watch out. Ah.
wish I could do this for materials.
Yeah! Skyward! Got her!
Strike a pop!
There is no escape!
What's your problem? Time to shine!
Strike cloud conferred!
Fire! Well,
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
shower me with praise!
Skyward! Got her!
So I feel like my bullets somehow managed to miss.
Hey there!
Weird incline, maybe.
Yoo-hoo!
Just you?
Yeah! Got her!
Watch out! Ha! Coming at ya!
Quick, let's pack it up.
I missed like a pack of 3.
Here. Shower me with praise! Nah.
Yeah! Skyward! Got her! Yeah! Skyward! Got her! Yeah! Skyward! Got her!
Hey, it's 3.
Shine down!
Let my name echo in song!
Make way for
Attack!
torn to oblivion! Ha! Ha! Ha!
How was that? What the hell was that? What just happened?
Illusion shattered.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Huh?
Yeah! Skyward!
What just happened?
Scatter!
I don't understand what just happened.
Yeah! Skyward!
Okay.
Yeah!
Add Astro.
Ad Astra. Plus some sauce. Alright, boys. Let's see these achievements. Oh, yeah. I remember doing this one before. On a different, similar thing. That is all?